Alright, update on the isolation cabinet. I decided to only put one speaker inside the cabinet for the time being, so I don't have to worry about wiring up, miking, and dealing with the phase issues of both speakers. Don't get me wrong, I'm still expecting phase issues even with this one speaker, but this should be a little bit easier to deal with. It's only temporary anyway, just to make sure that this cabinet is functional for my space before I put too much into this project, which may already be too late. The box went together smoothly. I have the shell completed and just have to mount this speaker mounting board inside. I haven't cut the hole yet because I don't know what speaker I'm going to put in. And while I know it's going to be a nominal 12-inch speaker, different brands have different recommendations on how big to make the hole, whether it's a front or rear mount, etc. So this is as far as I can safely go right now. At this point, if you'll allow me, let's talk about acoustic treatment, arguably the most important part of the inner box. If you decide to DIY equipment for your studio and aim to keep prices low, then you probably already have or will use fiberglass insulation from your local hardware store. For this project, I'm using Roxul Safe & Sound, and it does a good job of absorbing a wide spectrum of frequencies, and it's reasonably priced. Sure, the professionally branded treatment will give you better results, but the difference isn't that big in my opinion, as long as you use them appropriately. Let me explain. In its simplest form, acoustic treatment has two basic principles: sound absorption and sound diffusion. Absorption does exactly that. Absorbs or stops the sound before getting the chance to bounce or reflect off of a surface, such as a wall, ceiling, or the inside of this ISO cab. Diffusion is designed to intentionally reflect the sound in order to achieve specific sonic results, such as balancing frequencies, reducing standing waves, or to tune the reverb in the room. Well-designed diffusion can achieve vaguely similar results to absorption in larger spaces due to the natural attenuation of sound, but as the cubic volume in the space decreases, the more difficult this is to achieve. Projects involving acoustic treatment are always going to involve a mix of both of these principles. If you are designing a space to record, say, voiceovers and wanted it completely dead, then you would do more sound absorption than diffusion. If you are creating an impulse response of your favorite guitar cabinet and wanted to capture the natural reverb of the room, then you would aim for more diffusion to achieve that balanced reverb sound. These black lines represent a reflective surface, such as a wall, ceiling, or the inside of this ISO cab. This gray material represents your absorption material, in this case Roxul Safe & Sound fiberglass insulation. I'm using blue to represent the sound waves because, well, that's the color I see sound in. Here are two tricks for arranging these sections to improve your results, especially when working with home improvement brand fiberglass insulation. The first is pretty intuitive. Simply adding more layers will increase the absorption. Once the sound waves enter the absorption material, the intensity of that sound decreases, or the signal is attenuated. This is exactly what I want to achieve in my ISO cab. Second, creating a gap between the material and the reflection surface will also increase the absorption. Basically, any sound waves that make it through on the first pass will reflect back and get absorbed on the second pass. The proper gap distance has to do with the wavelength of the frequencies, and it's crucial to achieving the best results. But that's as far into it as I want to go in this video, but I may do a video specifically on sound wave theory and acoustic treatment in the future. Now, a couple of tricks that work really well when building acoustic treatment for small spaces. Buy cheap pillowcases at your local discount store. I think you can get a couple cotton pillowcases for about $3 or $4, and it's an easy way to stuff and seal them to make versatile sections that you can arrange however you want. For this project, I'm using flannel, but that's only because it was on sale at a great price. To finish each pillow, fold the ends inward to tighten the fabric and use a household stapler to secure and seal it. Make sure you wear a face mask, gloves, eye protection, and cover your skin. I definitely paid for not wearing a long sleeve shirt. I hope by applying these principles, your DIY solutions can achieve professional results. If you have any ideas for improvements, I'd love to hear from you. The best creations come from collaboration. If you found value in this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to follow this and other projects in my studio. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.